This is a fucking video to some fat fuck on YouTube named Boogie2988. Now, I'm tired of this fat fuck popping up in all my fucking search engines when I'm looking for a fucking workout video.
Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about a very massive topic, so huge, a topic so massive, it is so large that I'm surprised that everyone's not really talking about it a lot. Then again, why would anyone want to talk about that much? But it's a huge topic about a huge person on the internet, on the YouTube community, who's just continually feeding off any kind of attention they can get. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about Boogie2988.
You Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I'm also a pedophile.
What? For those who don't know, Boogie2988 is a YouTuber, currently still a YouTuber, and one of the original YouTubers of fact. And when I mean by original YouTubers, I don't mean by YouTuber that who dated and came out during the golden era of YouTube. In fact, he was one of the very first YouTubers who became popular. I think even PewDiePie was along that time, but he was there pretty much almost near the beginning. He would upload like Call of Duty videos or some shit. He had this whole bit about him like being some dude who would eat like Dorito chips, put it in a blender or some shit. Honestly, my lore on Boogie is a little stressy. I don't really feel like looking up the guy. But regardless, that's not really the point here. I'm not here to give you a whole life story. If you want to know the whole life story of Boogie, I recommend this one documentary about him. It was pretty popular several months ago, still is today, and still very funny to laugh at. But Boogie was known as the Mr. Rogers of during the time until he started going downhill. But the reason why Boogie is being brought up today, right now, is because recently Boogie essentially scammed his audience. For those who don't know, a few years ago, during the whole NFT rage or whatever, people would be paid to be promoting coins, shit coins, meme coins, whatever NFTs they could get their hands on. In fact, CoffeeZilla and Oopaville did a whole little expose on Dylan Dennis, the guy who fought Logan Paul. But this whole rage about NFTs, people doing this, that was like years ago, and it's just and it's like kind of shocking to see people still falling for it now in 2024. And now, 2024, Boogie has done the same thing. He was reportedly paid $10,000 to promote a shit coin. The shit coin was like called Fatty Coin or some shit. He would also come into contact with CoffeeZilla prior to promoting it. He would ask CoffeeZilla how to handle a situation like this, in which CoffeeZilla would implore him to not do this at all. And of course, Boogie did not listen to said advice. Boogie promoted it. It's called Fatty Coin, and he made $10,000 off it because he was paid that amount, and a shit ton of people lost their money. Now, of course, Boogie made the statement or claim after promoting it, stating, "Oh, you know, he was calling it a joke. He was saying it's not a very serious thing to invest in, so people shouldn't really be investing in it if they're broke. But if you want to go broke, ha ha ha, just put your money in it and we'll laugh together about it." That's Boogie's little way to squirm out of this situation, which no one is letting him fucking do. He states because he said it was a joke, he's in the clear, which, no, you're fucking absolutely not. In his defense, that is true. If you hear someone call it a joke, why the fuck are you gonna buy a coin in the first place? Second point though, why are you gonna buy a fucking coin from Boogie2988? What the fuck is wrong with you in the first place? This man is so desperate to get his hand on whatever he can, whatever kind of attention or money he can get his hands on, so he can buy fucking 20,000 fucking Big Macs down the fucking McDonald's he lives nearby in order to give himself a fucking heart attack. Like, Jesus Christ, come on, like, nobody learned from like the Logan Paul situation. For the Crypto Zoo shit, I feel kind of bad. For this shit, I don't really feel bad, but it's still something to be calling Boogie out because what he did is a very bad thing. He scammed his fucking audience. He literally lost whatever amount of sad little reputation he had for $10,000. $10,000 that he's not even seeing full because it's gonna get taxed. Like, bro. And for this promotion for this fucking shit coin, Boogie has developed a character that I think he called Andrew Cake, which is just him with sunglasses, and I think it's a fucking beef jerky stick as a cigar. And the idea is it's supposed to be the opposite of Andrew Tate, and I don't mean the opposite as in terms of morals or values. I mean literally the opposite of Andrew Tate.
Number one, everyone thinks you have to have a perfect body, fit to stave off any attack. That's lies. This body wasn't by accident. If you don't have anything to steal and you don't look like a threat, then no one's going to attack you anyway. You see this body? This is what peak performance looks like. And it wasn't an accident.
Instead of promoting working out, Bugattis, human trafficking, shit like that, he instead promotes being a fat fuck like Boogie himself, which is, honestly, I gotta give props to him. It's fucking hilarious. So I need to live with that. Not to mention, I also wanted to point out, I think Boogie is the first person I have ever seen to be so fat to where his nipples just disappear when he's sitting down. And of course, after all this shit hit the fan finally, Boogie would be confronted by CoffeeZilla himself. CoffeeZilla would call him, they would have CoffeeZilla would just pretty much interview him, asking him all these questions about the coin, and as old Boogie fashion, Boogie plays the victim. He states how I was just paid tens of thousands of dollars, I told people it was a joke, I didn't think people were actually gonna buy the coin, and then when CoffeeZilla asked him about the $10,000, what he's gonna do with it, and what Boogie plans was, Boogie reportedly now has cancer because he says he's going to be using those $10,000 to pay for cancer treatment. Now, what kind of cancer does Boogie have? Reportedly, according to him. No one knows. He didn't really specify what kind of cancer he has. In my opinion, I think it's probably just fucking ass cancer. Why? Well, why else? He keeps shitting out all those fucking Big Macs, right? Maybe it was just stomach cancer, intestine cancer. Who fucking knows? But regardless, the whole cancer portion of this whole controversy is not important. The reason why it's being brought up is simply because it's just Boogie doing Boogie's shit. He always does this all the time. He always finds some way to put himself inside of a victim situation. He has this victim mindset. I don't even want to call it a victim mindset, really. It's just like a fucking weird ass defense mechanism where he knows what he's doing. Like I remember, I think years ago, this was like probably recently, I don't remember when, fucking Keemstar had to get a group of YouTubers to help Boogie out because Boogie was probably gonna kill himself. Boogie told Turkey Tom, like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself because of this video you made or some shit. He went to iDubbbz, he confronted iDubbbz at VidCon or some shit, talking about how, oh, I'm probably gonna kill myself if you release a content cop, in which apparently iDubbbz reported just telling him to fuck off, which is pretty fucking hilarious if you think about it. And of course, in response to CoffeeZilla making a video about Boogie, Boogie would try to flip this onto CoffeeZilla, talking about how CoffeeZilla won't interview the creator of the shitcoin, and how Boogie is trying to get in contact with CoffeeZilla's team in order to give him information about the person who made the coin, and trying to get CoffeeZilla to expose that guy, and is purportedly stating that CoffeeZilla is just ignoring him. Well, I mean, we all know these shitcoins exist. The only issue here is that the person who started the whole scam, letting it go down, or letting it pretty much rise up into succession, was Boogie. Boogie was pretty much like the trigger of the whole fucking thing that he pulled himself. And because it started getting a lot of traction, a lot of people all over within the commentary community started covering it as well. Mudahar would make a statement talking about how it's kind of weird how Boogie's trying to fucking flip this and make himself look like a victim again in this situation. In which then he would also reply talking about how I hope the cancer wins, or like essentially he's talking about how he's rooting for the cancer this time. In which Boogie would then reply to the comment, or like quote tweet it, talking about how like, oh, like it's kind of crazy how I'm getting death threats and wishing people for my death. Well, no shit, dumb motherfucker. Like it's just the same thing over and over again with this guy. It's just so funny. Like Boogie is just this kind of weird zoo animal that you could just laugh at. Typically at a zoo, I feel bad for the animals because they're all caged up in a very small confined place. Boogie is just someone who's just eating his own shit and you can just laugh at. It's just funny. There's no consequences at all. It's no harm to humanity or to any kind of environment if Boogie's just trapped inside of a cage. It's just so funny to see him stuck in his own damn misery the whole damn time. And now, according to CoffeeZilla, with recent reports, the shitcoin that Boogie has been promoting is now down 90%. Which, I mean, of course, who fucking saw that coming? This whole topic even got to Keemstar, in which Keemstar was just laughing his ass off the entire time that he posted, and he posted a whole video about it on Twitter.
Boogie2988 promoted a fucking crypto scam in the year 2024.
and it was pretty fucking hilarious to see him laugh about it. Boogie took it as a way of like, oh, see, Keemstar gets it, he gets the joke. Like, no, Boogie, he's not laughing with you, he's laughing at you for being such a stupid fuck. But regardless, that's kind of like the whole thing that's going on with the whole Boogie2988 situation with the whole fatty coin shit. There's not much to talk about. What Boogie's gonna do with all those, that 10th grand. I don't think he has cancer, to be honest with you. But if he does, I wish him the best in the fight. But based off the Wings of Redemption fight, I don't think Boogie's gonna fucking win at all. In my opinion, at least.
I guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within.